Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. 2nd down coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down, Raiders.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, good move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now a play fake. Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And some room to maneuver. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Meanwhile, Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 31, Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
They got his man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Giants. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Carr now on 1st down. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Giants 31, Raiders 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11.
Mike, exit. 44's Mike.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running again with Barkley on second down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On Play action. It's Carr. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Always got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. And Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Jones.
That'll be caught. It's Toney.
Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.